We're right along the green belt at the Gus Frew entrance, and what you're looking at right here, these are Westlake firefighters just mopping up a fire that they've been battling for about 3 hours. These are some of the most intense winds that we have seen yet. In fact, I had to put the hood on because it was starting to, the rain was starting to sting my face the way it was slapping. Check this out. This is actually prop money. It's used in major motion pictures, and this is actually available on Amazon for less than $10. Compare it to the real thing. There's a real $100 bill, and here's the fake cash. APD Financial Crimes, they tell us that when all this is lumped together, when you're doing a person-to-person transaction, whether it's on Craigslist or Facebook, it could be hard to tell the difference between what's not real and what is. But if you looked in the fence, you can see shrapnel from these blasts, and this was the one that was detonated by a tripwire, and that shrapnel had cutouts in the fence that were almost absolutely pristine.
It has a history of being dangerous.
Yeah, this is the area where that boy was hit. When we were talking with neighbors, the concerns that they brought up is how fast cars are driving on this road. And they also pointed out to us, and look at this, there is no curb in this area. And then we found out just how many accidents happened not far from that intersection right there. Yeah, the owner of this East Austin gym that she said she came to work one day and she found a flower arrangement that kind of looked like it was for a funeral. She suspects that came from this accused stalker. He was arrested just a couple blocks from where we're standing, but she says that that one favor order changed her life completely.
You can't really live a normal life anymore.
Jamie Lynn Mendoza just opened up a new gym in East Austin. While she was working late one night last month, she used the Favor app to get food for one of her crew members. Police say the delivery man was 37-year-old Alejandro Correa. Mendoza said he was friendly that day until he started showing back up at her gym.
He just got really aggressive with his behaviors, always seeing if I'm here working, trying to contact me, barging into my classes.
One day while Mendoza was teaching a class, she said Correa stomped up the stairs, sat down in the class, and started belligerently asking unrelated questions. He even gave her odd gifts, like old magazines and a soccer ball.
He walked up to my desk, slammed a game of checkers that was like a little leather pouch, and said that we'll be in touch. And after that, I knew immediately I had to get a restraining order on this guy.
In January, a verbal cease and desist from APD didn't stop him from constantly posting about Mendoza on social media. In his post, he alluded to death and suicide. One morning, Mendoza found an arrangement outside her gym that looked like it was for a funeral.
Now he thinks in his mind that if he can't have me, no one's gonna have me.
If you're paying for a service, that service provider has some obligation to the consumer to make sure they're safe.
Tech expert Chris Humphreys with the Amfield Group says users can better protect themselves by not giving their full name or changing their picture on delivery and rideshare apps. But he says giving your information is the price you pay for convenience.
I just want people to be cognizant of some of the risks that most people don't even consider till it's too late.
Now, over the weekend, Correa was seen by Austin police riding his bike around this area. We're told by Mendoza that he was actually chased down and then arrested just a couple blocks from where we're standing. As for Mendoza, she says that she's weighing her options as what to do for the next step legally.
Really hard to try and three-way call my family and be on the phone with 911.
Even when suffering from multiple stab wounds, Seth Murray has the ability to find what's funny about it.
Looks like you could use a third kidney.
Last Friday, Seth was walking to this gas station at Ben White and Burleson for coffee. That's when Murray says a random man following him started stabbing him with a knife.
I turned around and said, either wrong person, bro, or like, what up, bro?
He started to run away to call 911, and once he was at the hospital, he learned he had 5 stab wounds throughout his back, arms, and shoulder. The joke writer couldn't help but see this as an opportunity.
I was like, if you guys give me drugs, someone write down what I say so I can use it. Like, that's like one of the first things I said, and they're like trying to cut off my shorts.
Murray's jokes have been used on Funny or Die, Comedy Central, even a late-night talk show. So when the comedy world heard that one of their own was going through something not so funny, the funds started to roll in on a crowdfunding account to help pay for medical expenses.
Shocked, overwhelmed, thankful, guilty.
Murray and his girlfriend, Caitlin Renee, have yet to go back to the neighborhood since the attack. They say they're considering moving.
I don't know if I'll be able to be there.
But if laughter is the best medicine, Murray won't be out of commission too long.
Like when I posted it on social media.
Yeah, everyone's like, this is a bit.
Everyone like, this is a really good joke.
In South Austin, Jordan Bontke, CBS Austin News. Yeah, earlier today we were at the intersection of Ben White and South Lamar, and we saw lots of these orange caps. Austin police tells us that these are hypodermic needles for heroin. Now, we talked with the city about this. They said that cleanups like this are necessary for public health, but they're looking for a long-term goal to help the homeless.
Be careful, guys.
Amid the dozens of trailers of trash these crews will pick up throughout Austin,
That dark liquid is heroin residue.
found at Ben White and South Lamar are something that they have to keep an eye out for.
This is what we do every day.
As Jason Goldsmith tells us, that's not the only hazard they encounter.
Needles, guns, knives.
For the rest of the month, this crew is operated under TxDOT. But starting in March, the city of Austin will take up the responsibility of paying these folks to clean up trash left behind by the homeless.
The contractors have to be very careful they don't get stuck.
Senior Officer Joshua Vissi helps escort the crews and keep the peace between the homeless and the cleanup crews. Part of that includes offering the homeless opportunities for a better future.
We will bring Travis County Integral Care out with us, and that is an organization that tries to help folks that are in this situation get out of this situation.
We have to continue with cleanups.
Today's crews were in Councilmember Ann Kitchen's district. Last week, Council passed her resolution to pilot and expedite an immediate shelter along with services to connect homeless to housing no later than September.
Cleanups are necessary, but that is not a long-term solution. The long-term solution is places for people to be while we connect them to services.
While the city plans to revamp the Arch downtown, Council is conducting a nationwide search to hire an executive just to focus on homelessness. Kitchen says that person is slated to start by the end of the month.
That will give us the expertise and the dedicated time and resources to accelerate what we've been doing so far.
Now, Councilman Kitchen tells us that city staff is expected to propose some of that permanent housing in May before council. We're live in South Austin tonight. Jordan Bontke, CBS Austin News.